HEX, they do have a valid point in that people can choose, can freely choose, with their own money to buy all these other things instead of HEX. But at the same time, I think that it's a really tough sell because lately, there's these sharks in HEX that keep selling down the price, and so even if there was only HEX to buy, all these people buying HEX, they would still have to contend with sell pressure of all these sharks that are that keep dumping their HEX, and it would in a sense it would give those sharks selling out more economic energy to extract out of the HEX ecosystem. So I think in a way it's actually a good thing temporarily for people to maybe just buy up more of these, like whether it be the Maximus family of pool coins, or HEX or Hedron and Icosa. It might be safer for them to temporarily put their energy into those coins instead, and then once HEX confirms a bottom, then people can slowly shift back into HEX using those assets, and then right up the way from there. So yeah, it's a tough subject for sure, and I see a lot of hexkins at each other's throats when it comes to even stuff like Hedron and Icosa, and it's kind of sad to see, but it's I understand both points of view. And yeah, I mean, whether people like it or not, all these other things exist now, and I'd rather hexkins, at least if they're not going to put their economic energy directly into HEX, for fear of the price continuing to go down, that they put it into stuff that hexagons made rather than stuff that non-hexagons make, because obviously those people, they don't have any vested interest in the community, and they're out for their own self benefit as well, and it doesn't benefit the our ecosystem in any way to speculate outside of our ecosystem. So who would rather than keep it here? Yeah.
So if you're not buying HEX, at least I guess the second best thing is to buy a derivative.
Yeah, exactly. Which you can then shift over when the time is right. So.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I always, I just think, I've talked to a lot of people about it too. It's just, I mean, clearly there's a splitting of buying power with having more coins, but will HEX, do the derivatives help HEX reach its potential faster? I don't think HEX needs anything to go where it's going, but maybe if we get there faster, we get more economic energy in the ecosystem. It helps move things, to the positive over time quicker. Kind of maybe an 80-20 type of thing of like, okay, 20% splitting buyer pressure, but 80% good overall, especially in the long term.
Yeah,
maybe that's one way to look at it.
Yeah, bigger picture. Yeah, I think definitely. There's always pros and cons to every single situation, but I think overall they do help HEX more than they hurt. So if anybody could make that argument,